Hello guys, so welcome to tonight's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time you see our program, for able to bring you the latest Arsenal news update as they drop over the world. So for now, we'll start tonight's show. Men and over to the show to come late. I went out and actually came back late and rain they fall heavily. I don't know like they fall on a side, so that's why it shows come late. So men and over. So let me give you some breaking news that is quite shocking. Now, according to Talk Sports and the Mirror Plus, so many media houses that have covered this story. This story is not like a developing story. Everybody's talking about it presently. Thomas Partey set to leave Arsenal on a free transfer. Me, I get my own personal reservation on this story, but let's look at how Talk Sports reported the story. Now, TalkSport say Thomas Partey in talks to leave Arsenal on sensational free transfer. That's what TalkSport said. Also, they say contract negotiations with Arsenal are not going well. Also, they follow up with another story. Thomas Partey in talks with another club as Arsenal contract negotiations stall. Also, other people say they post the same story. In fact, the twist now can be Barcelona have opened talks with Thomas Partey's camp over a move this summer, with his future at Arsenal still up in the air. And there. Another report will come get again from Gary Jacobs, one of the journalists who work with the Times. He said Thomas Partey representatives have held talks with Barcelona. The player has so far been unable to agree a new contract at Arsenal beyond the expiry of his present deal this month. That's what the Times journalist said. Now, when you look at how the Mirror reported the story, they said Barcelona in shock talks to sign Arsenal midfielder Thomas Partey on a free transfer. Now, when you can go deeper into the entirety of this particular report from the Mirror, you can see, let's say, Barcelona bosses have opened talks with Thomas Partey's camp as a gauge interest over a move to a new camp. Hansi Flick is known to be an admirer and sees the Ghana as a cheap way of adding more quality to their midfield. Although they want to use this guy to replace one of Frankie de Jong when they come out. Now, according to the Sun, still inside the Mirror story, one source told the Sun on the situation, Thomas Partey respects Arsenal massively and loves living in London, but he also knows his worth and wants a deal that reflects his standing at the club. Partey understands his value and believes his next contract should represent his standing at the Emirates Stadium, even though he will turn 32 this month. In the past, the Ghanaian has been the subject of interest from Saudi Arabia, but he and Arsenal have resisted the temptation. Now, what is the bigger picture here? We don't talk in the past. Say Arsenal. I forgot the journalist who talk that and say Arsenal wants Thomas Partey to stay. Thomas Partey on their own, they want to stay. So what is the major problem? Money. We get one report we come out. I've forgotten the media that said that thing. That Arsenal wants to give Thomas Partey a pay cut to remain here because they feel he's on a high wage. And when you look at the number of years where Partey don't stay for Arsenal, he hasn't really been consistent. This is the first time we are enjoying a consistent Thomas Partey. So now when we say they want to review the contract, they are tempted to say, you've not really been playing so much for us. And we have been paying you so much. So see, you need to take a pay cut if you really want to stay. You get. So now the way they look at man, Arsenal feel we are in the summer transfer window. They have enough time to replace him if he wants to leave. So it will be like say you hold them ransom, but based on the love we fans there for the guy, fans really want him to stay. Ateta said it. I want him to stay. This thing where they hear from media now, I personally think is a media stunt. Me personally, nobody don't talk about the media, but me they tell you. I personally think it's a media stunt. I've seen this movie before, where a player and the club will be on different sides of the aisle with different ideas. This is what I want. Club will say no. This is what we want. Then at the end of the day, the player agents will go tip media, go tell them say we and Barcelona they discuss, because they know say when the news come outside, the Arsenal fans go para. Right? Like the perception of this news, it will cause a negative this thing. Maybe say if the fans say the year and they don't go on that negative, you just be like for PR. And when I study PR, don't say we now we are part of the publics, like the external publics of Arsenal. Again, the party is the internal publics again. So when the say the publics externally, they are having negative perception of this business, of this organization, them no go one time. So that's part of the me. I'm telling you, say this is a media stunt. I remember that time when Mr. Throw one sign for us. You know, remember that time? People saying agents when they tip the media, tell them say Aston Villa won't sign this guy. Arsenal were forced to wrap up the deal. If Arsenal here don't say Thomas Partey is discussing with Barcelona, the deal is at an advanced stage, they will be forced to wrap up this deal. Unless, because me now my own head, I always talk this one, nobody say anybody tell me. But if that is not the case, say true, Partey won't leave, it will be a shame. It will be a shame, a big shame. Because we they expect, say what Partey do for us this season, we go do that same thing next season. So forget the injury record. We hope say all those injury time it don't go. But my dear Arsenal lovers, as I tell you the news, it shocked me. That's always I can't give you, because it doesn't make sense. Two parties that want to achieve the same outcome. I want to stay, okay, I want to sign you. Then our money. You are telling me you cannot shift ground on the money. How much is the money? None of the media has come out to put a figure on this money. We don't know the money. Tell us the money. How much? If it is a pay cut, how much percentage pay cut do they want him to take? Because from what we hear, Partey come, they say, even if you not go increase the salary, let us remain where we are. So, my dear, what could they watch? Any way the thing they go shola, I will let you know. All right, away from that. So, Fabrizio Romano can't drop Champions League team of the season. Well, only one of our players make that team of the season. And that player is Declan Rice. Only Declan Rice. That make the midfield. You will see Dembele, Desiree Doué, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha. Then you know, in fact, now PSG players now full everywhere. And their player obviously should be not their winner. But what's it called the cause controversy for social media? And I say they gave Dembele Champions League player of the season of the year or of the competition. But nobody Dembele be the highest performer for Champions League. It's all Rafinha. Rafinha had more goals and assists than him. So that is why people want to say, what's in the rationale? We then take give Dembele. Shena because na them win now. Say no will make sense. Say person carry the team. No will be no day part of people will win now. That is the argument out there. So I don't know whether on the reason I'm saying okay, I'm not true or you know me Jare na Dembele winner. But I don't know what I would think about that one. Now. We call it say McFlecken say don't come out from Brentford, can't go sign for Bayer Leverkusen to play for Erik ten Hag, and at the same time, Liverpool second choice goalkeeper. He don't leave Liverpool Keller. He don't go join Brentford to replace the outgoing Flecken. This is why I say no two top players would like to play for one club, especially when they are playing for one position. For those who they say, why would not we bring your Kelly and Benjamin Sesko to come and play at the same time? Even if they come, say the first season they manage, Baba, that second season, one person will say one goal. See, that what happened for Man City, Julian Alvarez. He came there, he played, but he was not happy with the number of games he was playing because he know who he be. Say, a player like me. Look, I tell you, some players they will be say, no be trophy, they move them. Now playing time. Say you go talk to Alvarez no win trophy for Man City. Why did he leave? Some players say like that. Say no be trophy. Because if you can't check the historical data, then win trophy. But how many games they play? What will be their contribution to that to the winning? What will be their quota? So they want to be involved all the way. Now waiting that one and take Jackpot go Atletico Madrid, and he did so well for himself. Even though they don't win the league, but at least in the play regularly, he's the points man who is solid. They play very well. They boss net. You will see same quality in this kind of how we don't come out. That is just the way it is. So well, I just make a kind of story. Not to say really concern Arsenal, but I just make a selection. I will say Kelly I don't come out for those who know they aware. Still talking about goalkeepers. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, who is the goalkeeper of Barcelona, announced they leave go anywhere. I don't talk this thing before, but Fabrizio Romano still report today. Now, if you go to talk, will make me put this news up. They come they tell am say, shey you know say Roger Chelsea na number one. Then Barca still won't sign Joan Garcia. He said, who is Joan Garcia? Say nobody has spoken to me about it, oh. But in fact, it doesn't concern me. I know I will be in Barcelona next year. Now what's in the top? For me, the situation has not changed in principle. No one told me that anyone Garcia is coming. So I'm very excited for the season. Now, the original plan of the issue was to send Joan Garcia on loan. I don't know whether that plan still remains. In fact, the resulting Barcelona sporting director Deco must have told Garcia which shifts in focus, which twist in mind, because initially he was saying he was not going to sign for them. So I don't know, because Mr. I don't calculate that. How will Wojciech Szczesny, Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, and this Joan Garcia play for the same club? How many did they use? So what we just watch, I believe with time we are going to get clarity, because unless the tell and say they go send them on loan, go one top club, because I don't really understand why you want to be the third name in the pecking order of goalkeepers for Barcelona, or you could easily be the second name in the pecking order of goalkeepers at Arsenal. I don't really understand. But so more just watch, I believe with time we are going to get some much needed clarity. Now, ESPN UK, when they praise Merino, say this particular player stepped up when Arsenal needed him as a number 9 in February, helping Arsenal to a second place finish and the Champions League semi-final run. He ended the Premier League season with more goals than Marcus Rashford, Diogo Jota, Darwin Núñez, Kevin De Bruyne, Rasmus Højlund, Joshua Zirkzee, Richarlison. Even though he never played that role before, he just started to play that role for February. All these people don't play that role when season starts. But him just start to play that role how many months ago? Yes, in fact, there are some people that have this argument. Say, if to say from August, Merino was our number 9, we could have scored more goals and did very well. I'm tempted to agree, but I don't know that, because look at how many games he play and his productivity, goals and assist ratio. It shows you that even though he's not a natural striker, but he still gets positional awareness. This guy is 189 height. I go check Gyökeres, same height. Then what do they call him? Benjamin Sesko is 195. So Sesko top pass everybody with the Arsenal, top pass everybody with the Manchester City. Yeah. Because when I do research, I check all those things. Yeah. So Gyökeres is same height as Mikel Merino. The difference go be jump power. Yeah. So a jump power go determine who will get the better area ability. But when it comes to height, if say Sesko come, majority of the teams who will play against Sesko will be the tallest person on the pitch before playing. So now part of the reason I thought that I just didn't tell you. Even I thought that they will come and say I can't tell us, but it's part of what the data is saying. So let's quickly bring you a message from one of our sponsors, Mr. Anna Yos, a real estate agency, has 14 plots of land for sale at Norris Courts Luxury Estates, Ogeagbelu, in Roba Estate at the back of airports, Nabara and Cheche, local government area of River State. So this 14 plot of land, 6 plots together, 4 plots together, 3 plots together, and 1 plot is standing alone. And it's 1.2 million naira per plot. So if you want to reach out to Mr. Anna Yos, you call him on 080-3276-5227 or 081-1932-9922 to get across to him and book your inspection and know more about the property. At the same time, we have another sponsor's message. So Mike Ken, Mega Resources Limited. So they are into genuine BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Land Rover, Range Rover, Rolls-Royce, Mini Cooper, Jaguar spare parts and car accessories, and also Castrol lubricants. Now, whether a wholesale or retail will be fine, they deliver nationwide and their delivery cost is very affordable. Now, if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on 080-3613-5075 or 090-99433390, and they're located at Suites A3 and A4, ground floor, NB Plaza, Godo District, Gariki, Abuja, Nigeria. So if you're interested in any of the services, you give them a call. Now, I watched this particular video before coming live. Kave Solokor, who is one of the chief reporters for Sky Sports, and they for me to be here. They come they ask him, because I am the transfer guru. They come they ask him, what's in Arsenal they do? She Arsenal fans will get their wish this particular window to bring in a striker, Jawasi. But I said yes, Arsenal will sign a striker for sure. Don't say me at the tell now. Say once we fans need to understand me, say this is a 90-day window. This is not a January transfer window. The window long. One guarantee will be say Arsenal sign a striker that Arsenal are deploying one particular tactics. That tactics is Arsenal don't want the media to know the specific person they are going for. The media knows say yes, between this and this, that's the one goal. But the reason we make Arsenal do like that, now to make sure say the selling clubs no put knife for their neck. Because if the selling club no say na Sesco gone, Arsenal won't go for, they will increase the price. If the selling club no say na Goalkeeper is bad or nothing, they will increase the price. That's why if Arsenal do small here, they will do small here. But the major reason why I bring this news, Cabezulico don't talk something we say many people never really talk. Say there is a third name. There is a third name Arsenal are going for, but I don't want to mention the name because I don't want to be in trouble with Arsenal and the selling club. So that the selling club fans will come and vex say, so I won't play now, I won't carry. This is something I mentioned in the morning as if I knew. I said it may not be Sesco, it may not be Gyökeres, it may even be another name we are not privy to. I even mentioned Julian Alvarez. And that is what Cabezulico is saying, that there is a third name, but he doesn't want to leak it. That is why I always tell you, there are things going on behind the scenes. Say we never hear and no mean say you know they happen. Because for us to hear them, somebody has to leak it. So, you know, say sometimes most people they sign what they call non-disclosure agreements. When some of all these deals they happen. So that we've not heard, like okay, for example, Nasina Cabezulico cannot tell us the third name. Which means even Romano does not know it. Even Onstein does not know it. Maybe now only him know. Well, we'll just watch. I already tell you, say this one. I even see another news where Chris Whitley post this night. Now still the same major news where they post in the morning by Kerry Maguire, who is the football financial expert. So Chris Whitley can report and say Arsenal in the history of the EPL are the most profitable club. Profitable. In second talk say we can spend over 200 million this particular summer and nothing will solve. The money did. So business-wise, the Kroenkes have run Arsenal well. Business-wise, in as much as they are a bit frugal, they don't want to spend anyhow. But you need to give them their flowers. Business-wise, they have run Arsenal well. Then in terms of investments, we will be the external publics. We are not really happy with the way they've invested in the club. They've not really bought the type of players we want to take us to where we want to be. But in terms of long-term sustainability, they have really done well. So we need to, nobody will talk Kroenkes out here because they've made Arsenal a very profitable club that is PSR compliant, FFP compliant. They've done well for themselves. Let's call it speed. Now, away from that, before I also went live, I just for a few minutes I listened to Fabrizio Romano's podcast. So Romano Contox say Arsenal are one of the clubs that are interested in signing Brentford winger Bryan Mbuemo. Say Arsenal really likes the guy. They are looking at him as a winger alternative to come in. But the thing is, Mbuemo why no? Na Saka side in the play, not be Martinelli side. Unless maybe he can play both wing. Maybe I don't know. Or you can let me know in the comment section. Look, I know whether truly the guy can play both wings. But Mbuemo want know that Saka side in the play. So for Arsenal to be looking for him, it means they want somebody to compete with Saka on that side. Because Mbuemo scored 20 goals this season with 7 assists. To show you say he's on the up and up. That's why Arsenal they look inside say if you feel doing this season, maybe next season if you can better you get. So maybe they look at it will be a welcome development. I would like it because I used to think maybe they won't use Waneri as Saka understudy. But for them to be looking at this guy is something to be happy about. Yes. So more just the word because for Romano mentioned our name, he mentioned Newcastle, mentioned many people where they pursue the guy. Now, the Daily AFC, when they talk say, when they show us Miles Skelly and Bukayo Saka say they enter plane to go to Spain with the England squad. So these are two of our young stars. See my Skelly now, see Dream now. Money good do. I'm fine. I just be very happy for the young lad. I'm very happy for him. Like I wish him all the best, man. Now, Sky Sports can they publish Arsenal transfer plan according to their sources. Say this is what Arsenal want to do this summer transfer window. Say Sky Sports have published what they believe to be Arsenal's entire transfer plan for the coming months. It will be interesting to see how this looks by September, when window will not close, September 1. We will see whether Arsenal achieve all this that transfer plan we then get from mind. Firstly, Arsenal want to bring in Martin Zubimendi first. After Zubimendi don't arrive, done and dusted, then Zubimendi will be followed by a striker, either Benjamin Sesko or Victor Gyökeres. After the striker, Arsenal want to get a left winger. It could be Nico Williams or Leroy Sané, because Leroy Sané is I never really understand. Today they will say with Bryan don't do okay. Next week they will say they consider exit. We never really know, because anything can change. After the winger, then they will get a goalkeeper. After the goalkeeper, they will get a fullback. After the fullback, then their business is done. Now, any more business what they will do, we can't depend on outgoings. Here you see that now we want to buy before we even sell, which is supposed to be the ideal way. Not as like a big club that we have to now sell before we buy. No. Based on our newfound status of the most profitable club in the EPL, now we can easily buy, because as today like this now, we can't afford to sell. We are short. So when they bring in all these players, then if Trossard can't go, he will be replaced. If Partey can't go, he will be replaced. Anybody who can't go again, he will be replaced. That is the mantra. No be like before you say, in case I go, no replacements. Mr. go, no replacements. All those kind of level they do before, now nonsense. Now we do that time. So all those things have stopped. So this is our transfer plan. What do you think about this plan? Does it meet your expectation? Because for me, I was thinking we would be going for a new type of creative player, somebody that has a different profile to Odegaard. That would me I would think. Somebody like Ryan Cherokee, who comes for cheap, but maybe that will be the new role of Max Dolman and Ite Nwaneri. That will be their new role, to be Odegaard understudy. So now what me I did think maybe that's why they want to bring in a new number 10. Well, you know, but yeah, we all know we can't fix all our problems in one window, but this one they're all right. If they do all this one, I think it's the right step in the right direction, right? Nobody will be complaining. Or if you have any complaints, let me know your thoughts in the comment section as we proceed. Now, let's bring another message from Moby Wells Associates and Co Limited. So they are into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on +234 8064642234, and they're located at number 7 Ekeniwo Road, Orazi, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. So if you're interested in any of the services, do reach out to them. Now, the biggest news of the night, number 5 said Thomas Partey is set to leave us now on the free transfer, and people like TalkSport, the Metro, so many people they give us this gist. So we'll just see how it will be. They said that they discussed with Barcelona already to leave. Just the watch. Anyhow, with this news they go. In the coming days, we are going to get clarity to know within the sub. So my dear all of us, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show and end. Like, come your way tomorrow morning to give the morning news. So then, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of the night. Now, good night. I'm gonna get out. All right, guys. Ciao.